guys, it's JC's Reborn Journey here, and I am actually here to do a different, unique type of video. So, I think what I'm going to try and do once or twice a week, here and there, is do quick little videos of JC's tips of the day. So, some things will be something that you would be like, hey, that's great, and other things might be like, hey dude, why do you do that? So I think in each video we're going to give you 3 different tips, things that I do that I find that I like or whatever. So today's first tip: how can you drink more water? Very, very important subject to talk about, right? So for me, I have to have my water as cold as possible. Ice, ice, ice cold. It just tastes different. Water actually tastes, to me, it makes me nauseous if I don't drink it cold enough. So, what I do is I just put a couple of bottles in the freezer. I think an hour ago, and I know I'm leaving in about half an hour. But what I also do is when I pack my bag, I have water that's ice in these bottles. So they're doing 2 jobs. One, they're providing me with ice for my bag to keep my bag cool, but at the same time, it will melt, and those are so good, especially on a hot day like today. It's just so nice to have, knowing that if you don't just have ice in there, you actually have a bottle of water that's going to defrost and feel so nice when you drink it. So, when I came home, my drink, I felt like my water wasn't cold enough. So this bottle here is full of ice. So I can actually add water to this bottle, but it tastes so much better, and you actually seem to drink more when you have it. So let's take a look at the second tip of the day. Alright guys, so the next tip for the day is, and I think we might as well just stay on the food-based for today. I don't know, but at least this one's going to be the next tip about food. So I went to a dietitian, and eating every 4 hours is good. It doesn't have to be every 4 hours eat a big meal. It's just every 4 hours. So I don't have to think about eating every 4 hours. So I let my phone do the work for me. I set my clock every 4 hours, and it will go off, and then when it goes off, I just know it's time to eat. It reminds me that, hey, you gotta eat and drink. I try to drink throughout the day. I notice that it's harder for me when I'm in the house versus out of the house, so I really try to remind myself, and by having these times set, so I like to wake up at 9. I don't always wake up at 9, but that's the goal, is to wake up every day at 9. They say that when you wake up every day at the same time and kind of have the same routine, so you're waking up, you're eating at the same time every day, you actually lose weight better that way. The one question I do need to ask her is, I get hungry, like I want to go to bed at 1, but I also get hungry at 1. So do I suffer and be hungry? Or can I have like a piece of fruit, or, can I have something to eat at that time? I try to stick to a 1,500 calorie or lower diet, but if I didn't have my 1,500 calories yet, is that going to affect me? Because I know some people say, oh, if you eat after 7, it's bad for you and all that stuff. So we want to know from the nutritionist, which I will be seeing in a month, what would be in my best interest. And I really think that if I can keep seeing a nutritionist for at least 6 months, if they allow it, I would like that, because I really need a lot of education on, because I'm such a picky eater, I need to really know like what I can and cannot do, and as human beings we get stuck and we need to have somebody help us fix it. So if you do have problems with eating food, or you just really need to just say, hey, listen, I really need help, I highly suggest you go and see a nutritionist. You have to utilize it the way it works for you. So don't have the nutritionist sit there if you're diabetic or not a diabetic and only focus on one thing. You want to focus on it all. So that's, you know, what your focus is on, that's what you need to focus on, not what they want you to focus on. So it's really important explaining to them what your goal and why and all that good stuff, right? Alright, so third tip of the day. Here we go. Alright, so the third tip of the day, we might as well just stick on the food topic. So how can we go out? Everybody goes out all day and they get hungry, and how can we manage food at the same time as being out? So I try to avoid going out to eat, going to McDonald's, picking up a snack or chips or whatever. So I found a couple of things that I like to have on me at all times. Whether I go to somebody's house or if I'm, you know, out doing laundry, I really try to bring things that are appropriate. So right now I actually have something in my bag that I'm just going to try. I don't really like it because it's too high in sugar, but I'm doing a lot of physical things today. So like I'm doing PT, I'm going to be spending 3 hours doing laundry, so I feel that it's not that bad today. But I needed something that can fill my belly, that made it so I don't feel hungry while I'm doing these things. So I do have that in my bag. I also have one of these and a snack. So I know I'm going to be out most of the day. That means for breakfast, for dinner and for lunch. So no, these aren't necessarily lunch or dinner, but it's going to be enough to hold me over until I get home. The one thing I can tell you is by doing this, sometimes you might feel more hungry when you get home, and you got to really be careful not to eat too much when you come home. So I'm really trying to stick on that every 4 hours. So like my next time to eat, which actually what I've been doing, like I cut up a fruit, apple, and I cut something else, or I didn't cut it, but it's just some fruit. So I've been doing during the last couple hours is just picking on it. So sometimes just munching, putting a little bit in your body every few minutes, every few hours, that actually will make the hunger not so bad throughout the day. So here's some tips that I got. These actually taste better than regular chips. Some people may not like them if they don't like this particular flavor, but there are other flavors. The cool thing about these chips, they have 20 milligrams of protein, 2 grams of fiber, 5 grams of carbs, 70 milligrams of potassium, 280 milligrams of sodium. That is kind of high, but that's tolerable for what it is. Only 4 grams of fat and 130 grams of calories. And it says it has 20% of calcium, something else I can't read, 2% magnesium. What potato chip has that? So these are pretty good. They're expensive. You can get them at GNC. I don't know where else you can get them. You could probably look them up online. It is the company Quest, so they are pretty good. The one thing I would like better about them, because I don't have teeth, is I would like them a little bit softer, but they are manageable for what they are. The next thing I have is these. I was getting these at GNC, but I actually found these online, and I think I bought, oh my god, 3 boxes of these, 12 in each box, and then I bought, I was trying to buy them so I had enough for a couple months. And then there was a donut one, so I can't find that in the store. So these are unbelievable. These have 20 milligrams of protein, 240 calories. So this is a meal replacement, or if you're on the go and you really are not having a meal, but you can't sit there and have this and this. That's not good. You can have one of these, and then you can have like a yogurt, have some fruit with it or something like that, but you don't want to have 2 of these. So it's not something that is gonna be better to eat by itself. But these work great if you're driving. There's 3 bite-sized pieces, and it's nice if you're hungry and you're on your way home. This is something that is really good. They taste really good. 7 grams of fat. It does have 4 grams of saturated fat, so that is kind of high, but I don't sit there eating these every day all day long. 170 milligrams of sodium. You get 25 carbs, and I think that was it. 0 fiber, 20. Okay, so 25 carbs, 0 fiber. So then the other one is this one. This is kind of like the same concept because it's like the same kind of flavor, but a little different. Still tastes really good. These have 21 milligrams of protein, 9 grams of fiber, 1 sugar. Sugar alcohol is 10, 24 carbs, 85 potassium, 140 sodium. Cholesterol is 5. This one had 20. You do want cholesterol in your diet, but not too much. 140 is so okay, so we did that. Now, the only things that I don't like about these bars is that they do have saturated fat. They have the other kind of fat that's not good for you. You're not supposed to have these kinds of fats. It's 5 in saturated fat and 7 in regular fat. So I didn't buy any more of these ones. I did buy these ones, though. These ones actually have more cholesterol, but I also use, which is another good tip, part of this, is I use my FitnessPal, so I don't have to sit there and think about what I'm eating and how I'm eating and keeping track of it. This thing just keeps track of everything. Calories, fats, sugars, your vitamins, everything. Just, it keeps track of your cholesterol, your salt. I mean, so I know, and a lot of times I'll look at it first before I make something to eat. But anyways, I gotta get going for the day. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope to do more of these kinds of videos. It won't always be regarding to food, but I will try and stick to a topic. So today was the food topic, and I hope this was helpful. If you guys like this, don't forget to like down below. Feel free to comment. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me anything, and thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys back here the next time. You guys enjoy your day.